Hey there! This is a quick tech, your shortcut to focused productivity, where every tap, click, and shortcut counts. Let's start with something honest today. Have you ever picked up your phone over 100 times in a single day? That's about once every 7 minutes while you're awake. And the weirdest part? You may not even remember doing it. Sometimes it's like your hand has a mind of its own. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because today, we're going to explore the science behind why the brains are wired to crave these little rectangles. And more importantly, how to break free. That sound you just heard? Did it do something to you? Tiny jolt of curiosity? Maybe your eyes even flicked to your phone for a second. That little feeling, that's dopamine. And tech companies know exactly how to trigger it. Every time a notification pops up, a like, a comment, a text, you name it, your brain may release a tiny shot of dopamine. But contrary to popular belief, dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about the anticipation. It's what creates that itch to check what just came in. You might have noticed at a dinner, mid-conversation, and suddenly, before you even think, you are reaching out for your phone. Maybe someone even called you out on it.
Really? Right now?
In moments like that, it doesn't always feel like a choice. It can feel like your brain is being hijacked. Imagine if every 10 minutes someone tapped you on the shoulder and said,
"Hey, you might have won something. Wanna check?"
Most people would glance. That's what push notifications are doing to your attention span. And yes, apps are designed this way. Some companies hire neuroscientists and behavioral experts to increase what they call engagement. But when you can't put something down, even when you want to, that may not feel like engagement. It starts to look like dependency or some sort of addiction. Here is where it gets wild. They often use something called variable ratio reinforcement. It's the same technique used in slot machines. Sometimes you get a reward, sometimes you don't. And that unpredictability, it keeps your brain hooked. Always wanting to check again, just in case. Think about it. Have you ever opened Instagram, saw nothing interesting, and then checked again 5 minutes later anyway? That's your brain thinking,
Maybe this time there will be something good.
Dopamine is in the whole story here. There is a deeper layer that almost everyone feels, but rarely talks about. It is that creeping sense that something important might be happening and you're not part of it. While you're working, or relaxing, or even sleeping, it can feel like everyone else is doing something more exciting, more successful, more meaningful. You could be making real progress on something you care about, then take a quick break to scroll. And suddenly you are looking at someone's vacation, someone else's promotion, and another perfect relationship. And just like that, you start to feel behind. Social media usually shows the best parts of other people's lives, like vacations, celebrations, or big achievements. But you might be comparing those moments to your everyday routine, like doing laundry or working late. The tricky part is, your brain doesn't always realize that what you are seeing is just their highlight reel, not the full picture. So it's easy to feel like you are falling behind, even though you are just not seeing their struggles or boring days. Studies suggest that the more time people spend on social platforms, the more likely they are to report feeling lonely or anxious. The more connected you are, the more isolated you might actually feel. Right now, the average person spends 2.5 hours a day on social media. That's just over 900 hours a year. For example, if you are in your mid-20s, that could add up to 5 entire years spent just scrolling through other people's lives. 5 years. Let that sit for a moment. So, there is dopamine and there is FOMO. But there is a hidden killer of productivity that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Context switching. Picture your brain like a computer. When you are locked into a task, all your mental RAM is focused on it. You are in the dome. You know what you're doing and what comes next. Then, bzzz, one glance of a notification, even for 5 seconds, forces your brain to unload that RAM, process something new, and reload everything it was working on before. According to researchers at UC Irvine, it takes over 23 minutes on average to fully regain focus after an interruption. 23 minutes. Let's say you're writing an important email. You are in the flow, crafting each sentence. Then a message about weekend plans come in. You respond. Quick, easy, done. But when you come back to that email,
What were you saying again?
you may have to reread everything, rethink your point to get back into the zone. That quick 2 minutes message may have cost you 25 minutes of momentum. It adds up. You might start your day with good intentions, finish a report, edit a project, plan your week, etc. But those small interruptions, they scatter your attention. You feel busy but not productive. 5 interruptions in one focused work session doesn't mean 5 minutes lost. It could mean 2 hours of real progress gone. Time to shift gears. This isn't about tossing your phone in a lake. It's about building better boundaries and taking back control. First up, the great notification purge. Open your settings, head to notifications. For each app on your phone, ask yourself, do I need to know about this immediately or can it wait? You might keep notification on for calls, texts from close families and calendar reminders. But Instagram likes, they can wait. Email? Unless you are on call for emergencies, it probably can too. Next, try putting your phone in another room when you need to focus. It may sound simple, but it can be powerful. At first, your brain might fight back. What if there is an emergency? Oh, what if someone needs you right now? But most of the time, nothing really happens. And you realize how rarely urgent things are. Here is another one you should try. The 5-second pause. Before picking up your phone, stop and ask, what am I actually looking for right now? Are you bored? Procrastinating? Anxious? Looking for real info? Or just avoiding something uncomfortable? You may notice that most pickups aren't intentional, they are reflexes. And awareness is the first step to changing that. Here is the last one. Batch your inputs. Instead of checking messages all day long, try setting specific check-in times, maybe 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. That's it. You can even block it on your calendar. Ironically, the more intentional you are about when you check, the less distracted you feel the rest of the day. Let's be real. This isn't easy. The brain might resist at first. It might feel like you're missing something. But when you are not constantly reacting to your phone, you may start to feel different. You might notice deeper conversations, more meaningful progress, a stronger sense of presence. So here is the challenge. Pick one of these strategies. Just one. Try it for a week. Maybe it's turning off non-essential notifications. Maybe it's putting your phone in a drawer for 2 hours each day. Whatever it is, start small and leave a comment below. What is the one app that pulls you in the most, even when you don't want it to? Let's call it out. If this video helped you to think differently about your tech habits, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical ways to take back your time, focus, and peace of mind. Thank you for hanging out with me. Peace.